Hi, this is Rony Mullick, and you are watching the post-market show. And markets have been steadily moving higher, but the strength in the market is not there. So every day markets are opening gap up, and then there is setting into consolidation is what we are seeing. So Nifty, if we look at today's chart, intraday chart, you can see this is Nifty's chart opened with a gap up because US markets were positive, and then from there markets went around 17,960, and then markets became into a consolidation mode. And at one point of time, Nifty made a high of 17,980. That was the last high as well. So if you look back, this is around where the markets went up last time. Still again went to that level, could not touch 18,000 in spot, and from there it fell, and markets ended at 17,931. Still it is up by 0.58 percentage. So that is Nifty for you. Bank Nifty, if you look at, it is up 0.4 percentage. Same Bank Nifty, it was traded at a very tight range today, opened almost with a gap up slightly, and then markets moved up a little bit, and then it consolidated for the rest of the day from 10 o'clock onwards. So that is Bank Nifty. Nothing major happened. Mid caps and small caps are looking particularly bullish. Nifty mid caps are up almost 1 percentage, and same with Nifty small caps as well, up 0.95 percentage. So both are looking pretty strong. IT index or IT sector, it's what we had predicted as the sector to watch out this week, doing pretty well, 1.4 percentage up. Along with that, Nifty PSU bank index is up 1.22 percentage. Nifty auto is up 0.28 percentage. Nifty media and Nifty reality also doing pretty well. So overall markets are looking pretty strong, and but that strength is not there in the market. The positive momentum is lacking. Everyday markets opening with a gap up, and then it is consolidating for the rest of the day. Overall, all the sectors have ended in the green is what we are seeing. So that is good to see. Stock specific news or action, if you want to look at, we have Tata Chemicals 1159 is where it ended today. This is the daily chart, expecting a good up move from here, a strong candle with a good volume. So definitely watch out for Tata Chemicals in the near term. It can do well. Same thing with UPL. Today's low can be taken as a support as and a stop loss, and you can go long in this stock. In fact, this has been recommended in the channel as well. So the Telegram channel is what I'm meaning. So let us hope that this also goes and hits our target. Adani Ports, this was already updated yesterday, moved fantastically today, 3.5 percentage up today, up by 31 rupees, looking very, very strong. So these are the stocks, some of the stocks that I wanted to discuss today. Apart from that, if you look at the Nifty Movers, Reliance Industries, highest contributor of Nifty, then Infosys, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, Bajaj Finance, Titan, all of them moved up, and Bajaj, the HDFC Twins is lagging behind. They are the top draggers, and along with Coal India also doing particularly weak, looking very weak today, 2.5 percentage down, but thankfully it recovered towards the end. So Coal India is not very strong is what we are seeing. Apart from that, SGX Nifty is indicating 18,062, very, very strong level, and good gap up, opening more than 100 points tomorrow. And also the FIIs have been net bias today as well. 2,049 crores is what they have bought for. DIIs have sold for 890 crores. So institutional figure is again net positive, again a good thing for our markets. SGX Nifty, as I told you, is significantly up because of one thing, that is the US markets. US markets are up more than 1 percentage. All the indices, S&P 500 more than 1 percentage, Nasdaq more than 1 percentage, Dow Jones also more than 0.67 percentage is what it is trading at. Along with that, US markets did, the European markets did pretty well. DAX, that is the German index, up by 2.4 percentage, French index up by 1.95 percentage, and the UK markets are also up by 1.18 percentage. Overall, the European markets are bouncing from its bottoms. US markets are recovering, so global markets are looking good. And also we discussed about the dollar index. It is falling sharply, down again 0.7 percentage today, 108.25. 20 is what we are seeing. So falling dollar index is always a good sign for our markets. In fact, at one point of time it broke 108. It was at 107.8. That is definitely a positive sign for our markets. And so if we look at the other things, like what we can see is the India VIX is around 17.937, and US VIX is around 23. Now the markets are actually waiting for tomorrow's inflation data for the US. Indian inflation data came today. It is around I think 7%. Yes, slightly more than expectation. Expectation was 6.09, 6.9% came higher than by 0.1%. It came at 7%, slightly negative. But since the global markets are strong, market should not the Indian market should not look weak tomorrow. In fact, what the global markets are waiting for is the US inflation data coming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Expectation is at 8.1%. It comes higher than that. That will sign negative news for the markets. So apart from that, now let us come back to our markets, and I can see there is a chat from Ronak Jain. So yeah, he's a friend of mine. So he's asking how the markets are moving. So I think the markets are looking particularly strong right now. It is all the sectors are participating. IT index, which was not strong these days, it is bouncing back, but all-time high or not, we have to wait for a few more days. At least tomorrow's US data, we have to wait for that, and how the US markets recovers. And if this is a correctional bounce, or if it is a trend reversal in the US markets, if the trend reverses in the global markets, then it is definitely, we can expect an all-time high in our market. But right now there are some crucial levels to watch out for. At least for tomorrow's trade, I'm looking at the levels. If I open up the 15-minute chart, so 18,087 for tomorrow's trade should act as a strong resistance in the markets, and on the downside 17,950, and today's opening of 17,890 should be a strong support for our markets. And Bank Nifty, if you are looking at Bank Nifty, his for 40,871 looks like a very, very important level of resistance. If the market hits along those levels, we can expect a sharp sell-off for our markets. So right now the markets, every day what is happening, it's opening with a gap up, and then it is consolidating for the rest of the day, and that has been the trend. But just in case there is some global bad news, and in case one day the markets open with a huge gap down, that is when the panic should set into our markets, and then we can see that all these people who are sitting with good profits, they will be in panic, and they will start selling off, and that is when we will see a sharp sell-off in our markets. Apart from that, this week's trend will be it would be set by tomorrow's tone in the US market. If the US markets are strong after the inflation data, then we can expect a near to all-time high this week. So that is definitely on the cards. So we have to wait and see how the US markets close tomorrow. That is going to be more important. So I think I have answered all the questions, and that is all from my side. I think yeah, thank you for watching, and have a very good night.